Hey everyone. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at operations with function notation, specifically addition and subtraction. Okay, so here we have two different functions, and what it's asking is what would happen if we did h of 2 plus g of 1. So in the last lessons, we figured out how to get function notation of just one input, so h of 2, we get an answer, g of 1, we get an answer. Now this is just asking us to go ahead and do perform an operation with our functions at the end. So we're going to find h of 2, we're going to find g of 1, and then we're going to add them together. Okay, so h of 2, I'm going to go ahead and plug in 2 for my input. Okay, g of 1, I'm going to go ahead and plug in 1 for my input, and then I'm going to add my two solutions. Okay, so h of 2, I'm going to get negative 4. 2 squared is 4 times 3 would give me negative 12. Okay, so on the left side, I get negative 16. And then on the right side, g of 1, negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, but that becomes a positive 2 because this is an absolute value. All right, so I get negative 3. Okay, I have my two solutions. Now, what are we doing here? We are adding them together, so I'm going to add those two solutions, and I get negative 19 as my answer. Okay, so h of 2 plus g of 1 gives me negative 19. All right, let's take a look at a couple more. Okay, so we have two more functions and a couple of different operations to perform, f of 2 plus g of negative 2, and we have g minus f, both with the input of 1, which I'll explain in a moment. Okay, so we'll start with the f of 2 one. So again, we're going to look for f of 2. We're going to look for g of negative 2. And then we're going to add our two solutions. Okay, so f of 2 first, it's going to be 2 squared minus 2 times 2 minus 1 plus g of negative 2, which is negative 2 times 2 plus the absolute value of negative 2. All right, so here we get 4 minus 4 minus 1. Oh, sorry, that's a plus sign. Okay, and then on the left side, on the right side, we get negative 2, which is negative 4 plus 2. Okay, so here we get 7. We're adding that to a negative 2. So 7 plus negative 2, that's going to give me 5. Okay, so that is my solution for the left side. Okay, f of 2 plus g of negative 2. So again, get your two solutions and add them together. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the other one now. Okay, so we have g minus f of 1. So the way you want to do this is you can actually break this apart. Okay, you can also rewrite this as g of 1 minus f of 1. That's the same thing. What this means is you're just putting the input of 1 into both of your functions. Okay, so let's go ahead and do both of these now. So we have g of 1, which is negative 2 times 1 plus the absolute value of 1. And then f of 1, which is 1 squared plus 2 times 1 minus 1. Okay, so we get negative 2 plus 1, which gives me negative 1. And then I get 1 squared, which is 1, plus 2 minus 1. Okay, 1 plus 2, 3, minus 1 is 2. And again, what are we doing with our two solutions here? We are going to subtract them in the end. Okay, negative 1 minus 2 gives me a negative 3, and that is my solution. Okay, so that would be g of 1 minus f of 1. Okay, so again, it's really just adding one step here. It's giving you multiple functions with inputs, and then you are using whichever operation, whether it be addition or subtraction, to find your final answer.